The 2024 fall anime season brought a surprise that no one expected, Demon Lord 2099, an explosive mix of science fiction and fantasy that is already winning hearts and promises to be the highlight of the year. Adapted from the acclaimed light novel series by Daigo Murasaki, the story introduces us to Veltal, a powerful and immortal demon lord who, after 500 years of deep sleep, awakens to a world completely different from the one he tried to rule in the past. Now, the scene is dominated by humans and their fascinating technologies, challenging everything he knew. The series is directed by Ryo Ando, who has worked on acclaimed productions such as Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury and 86, and mixes the best of the science fiction and fantasy genres. The premise of Demon Lord 2099 places Veltal in a reverse isekai context, where he, once the supreme ruler, now finds himself trapped in a life of mediocrity and financial hardship. Far from his absolute power, he seeks unusual ways to reclaim his former glory, including a career as an online streamer, trying to dominate a dystopian world with each live broadcast. 500 years ago, Veltal was defeated by a mortal hero named Graham, who wielded the legendary sword Ixisword. At the time, the Demon Lord foresaw his return, stating that as long as there was light, shadows would always exist to oppose him. Now, in the year 2099 of the so-called merged era, Veltal awakens to find that his former kingdom has been completely destroyed. His allies, the Six Black Pillars, are scattered and weakened. And in a world filled with Magitech, a fusion of magic and technology, his powers are no longer so feared. Casting Veltal against the backdrop of a futuristic cyberpunk version of Shinjuku, Demon Lord 2099 explores a universe where magic and science coexist in a fascinating way. However, the once feared Demon Lord is now bankrupt, devoid of followers, and struggling to adapt to a cruel and merciless capitalist system. Determined to reclaim his status as supreme leader, Veltal sees the digital world and live streams as a new opportunity to achieve his long-held ambition of world domination, one step at a time. Among the standout characters is Machina Solich, one of the Six Black Pillars, who was a loyal follower of Veltal before his defeat. After 500 years of suffering and loneliness, she finally reunites with her master, but is devastated to see him weakened and defeated after being betrayed by a former ally. Her devotion to Veltal is unwavering, and she represents one of the strongest emotional bonds in the story. The first episode of Demon Lord 2099 impressed fans with stunning animation, courtesy of Studio JC staff. The opening sequence, which chronicles the epic final battle between Veltal and Graham, is one of the most memorable moments, capturing the grandeur of the past and the melancholy of the Demon Lord's defeat. Narrated by Machina, the intro takes us back to the Immortal War, when immortals and mortals fought for dominance over Alnath, the magical world that Veltal once ruled. Now, Veltal finds himself facing a new enemy, the modern world. The catastrophic merger of Alnath with Earth resulted in the Phantasian, an era where 90% of the population was wiped out, and technological advancement has brought new threats to the fore. With immortality seen as a curse by the inhabitants of futuristic city-states, weapons have been developed to destroy immortal beings, forcing Veltal and his allies to live in hiding. Throughout the story, Veltal makes unexpected allies and enemies, such as Takahashi, a young hacker who uses ether magic to manipulate local technology. She helps him locate Marcus, one of the Six Black Pillars, who is now the CEO of a powerful corporation in Shinjuku. However, Marcus has turned traitor, resentful of Veltal and seeking his own rise through magical implants that make him a direct threat to his former master. With intense action, a narrative that balances humor and drama, and a unique cyberpunk aesthetic, Demon Lord 2099 is quickly becoming the darling of the season. The series explores themes of power, adaptation, and pride as Veltal struggles to rediscover himself and find his place in a world that is no longer his own. If the first episode is any indication of what's to come, 2024 could be the year Demon Lord 2099 cements itself as one of anime's biggest surprise hits.